Hello everybody! Today I talk about a new 1070 build. Yay! Let's do it! Okay, as I exclaimed in my other video that's previous to this, my can you game on a netbook thing, you don't need a lot of money and you don't really need a lot of gear necessarily to game. But since the 1070 is going to be a really big hit, because it already is, and kind of jealous I don't have one, but I like my card, so it's going to be fine. And I'm actually specking out a friend's build that probably is going to have this card in it, so I said why not stretch my legs and see how low I can get the price and things of that nature. So basically this is the build I came up with. There is no name. There's no name yet, sorry. But this is loosely based off of my first summer build one. So if you want to look at that video, I actually did it with a good friend of mine. The link will be in the description. But anyways, let's get to the top. Now actually, I wanted to change this processor to an i7 for my friend, but for budget and purely gaming wise, this one's just fine. It's gonna work for you. But it's a 6600K i5. It's a true quad-core processor, which I believe can hyperthread, which is always nice. So you have 4 logical and 8 virtual, or 4 virtual plus your logical, that makes 8, but you get the process. It's a good CPU. It's a good CPU. Now, cooler, I always would suggest liquid cooling, but if I'm not mistaken, the 6600K comes with a cooler, but it's one of the stock Intel coolers, which is fine. But if you're really serious into this field and you want to have a long-lasting rig, I would highly suggest a liquid cooler. You don't have to go with this one per se. It's just this one I saw, it's 50 bucks. So that's really what it is. And Corsair is a really good name. I like Corsair, and they've always been good to me and my family, so there you go. Now for motherboards, I'm a big ASUS fan, and when I saw that the Z170A, which is basically like the deluxe version of this in some way, shape, or form, it's good. This is basically the board I have, because it's like one step down from the deluxe for this chipset. And I said, you know what, ASUS is really good. They have great support. This one, does it have Wi-Fi? Did I forget to put Wi-Fi? No, it's got Wi-Fi. Onboard, oh no, it's Ethernet. Crap. Oops. Well, so I need a Wi-Fi module. So if you're next to a router or something, you're gonna be fine. But if you're like solely dependent on the Wi-Fi signals, then you're gonna need to get a card, which I may or may have in here. Don't. Well, you need a Wi-Fi card, which is about 20 bucks on Amazon. Memory, I'm still keen on the 8 gigs thing, because if you're trying to find memory for your CPU or for your computer in general, look up your CPU and how many cores it has, physical cores. So one that's in this build is 4 cores, so it's 4 physical cores, and each core on a CPU only uses about 1.5 gigs ish of memory, so having 2 gigs per core is a good rule of thumb as a bare minimum. I mean, you can do halfsies, so I can make this 4 gigs, but no. Storage, you could put an SSD in here, which I would highly suggest you put an SSD in here, but since this is kind of like a bare minimum type thing, budget orientated, for like 50 bucks you can get a nice Western Digital Caviar Blue 1 terabyte drive. So that's nice, and it's 7200 RPM, so it's gonna game well. I actually have one of these as my Steam storage drive, or as my Steam library drive, so and other data and such like that, but I game from it just fine. So this as your like main deal, sure, your boot times are not going to be as great and your load times are not going to be as great, but you're going to game fantastic on it. So as a good friend of mine would say, it's going to be fantastic, don't worry about it. A piece of resistance. The card I don't really know a lot about, but it looks pretty good. This is the 1070 from MSI. So this is the cheapest one that I found right now, and it looks like it's from Amazon, so you probably can get some really cool deals on it if you have like Prime or something. But it kind of looks the same as any other MSI card that's of this lineup, but there's some different iterations from it, like the white and black, you know, actual shapes from it. Shapes. Oh wow, I'm so dumb. But the overall design of the cooler looks a little bit different from it. I mean, I can tell this is from the Armor series or the Armor series, but it looks good. It looks great, and the specs are fantastic. And this is going to be the next budget card for forever. This is the direct replacement to the 970, so that in all of its glory, just shifting titles. And for like 430-ish bucks, it's not bad, plus shipping. It's good. This is going to be very good, and this card will perform quite well. And if you can't exactly afford this one, the 970 is still a great card. In fact, I will drop this list probably about $120-ish, depending on where you get it and how you acquire it. Normally, for a budget case, I would get the Corsair Spec 01. But I actually did a build with my friend named Joseph, which he's in my live stream video if you want to watch that, when we played Minecraft in Terraria. But his rig that he was playing off of was from that case, and building on it, it was a little hard to get through in some things. But it was a good case, it was a good cheap case, and it worked. It's just building in it from like, it was very cramped, and you have to do some things in certain orders to get it to work. But so that's one of the reasons why I chose this case. Fractal design has been good. I was actually debating to get this one or the one I have currently, and the one I have currently I like a little bit better. But for budget stuff, this has a really nice window, and it's got enough drive bays in it. This actual front piece right here actually opens out like a giant door, and it's got the drive bays and all this stuff right there. Wattage. I feel like 600 is going to do just fine. I mean, a great thing about PC Part Picker, which is the site that I'm using, obviously, actually tells you the wattage breakdown, which is really, really nice. I mean, this is a good like header to figure out what would be a worst case scenario. But I usually round this to the nearest 100. So right now this says 351, but I would round this to about a 400 watt deal, because it probably is going to end up pulling about that much off the wall. And I usually add about another 150 to that, and again I round it up. Of course, you need to copy Windows or any OS really, but I suggest Windows because that's a good OS. And of course you need a Wi-Fi module, but as I said at the beginning, really 20 bucks you can find a nice USB dongle, and you're going to be fine. It's going to do your purposes just well. But if you find like a nice PCI based one, I'm sure there's some software you have to jump through hoops in order to work for it, but it works, it's fine. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or alterations you want to make to this rig, or just wanted to say hey, what's going on, leave me a comment down below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to help me and get this channel keep going and all that jazz, or you just want to support me as a whole, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video and you're always part of my group. Actually, hold on, before I go, I just realized that this channel is now 1 year old. So this channel is now 1. So it's now promptly screaming and kicking around like a little infant child because it's 1, which is cool. So I didn't have anything planned to do like a 1 year anniversary type thing, but I started from exactly 0, making a vlog. This exact table, not with this rig actually, but it's cool. I mean, I'm thinking back all the stuff that I've done in like a year, and that's really, really cool. So thank you for you guys. If you've been with me for a year, that's amazing. And if you're just now joining in, or if you've been here for a little while, thank you for staying along, and thank you for keeping up with the weird stuff that I do. But thank you guys, and hopefully next year we'll be even bigger, and we'll have a lot more fun stories to tell, a lot more memories to look back on. But if you actually want me to make like a tribute video or something like that, or maybe you want me to live stream something about a year ago where I like commentate some things, or I don't know, if you just want me to make something about being a year old on YouTube, let me know. And thank you guys so much. I could not have done any of this without you. I've gone in the direction when I'm going for you guys and for things I want to do in the future, which involves this. And yeah, so thank you very much. I know I've said that like 10 times, but thank you very much. And as always, have a fantastic day.